how it all started. No one knew or said. But one summer morn, it walked into town, right down Main Street, despite being quite dead. Like a drunkard, stumbling and falling down. It stank like the grave, and flies buzzed around. As blood-red worms writhed and fell from within, it shambled, it groaned, and there was no doubt that this was, in the eyes of God, a sin. And old Ed Taggart approached it to see if it was some kid's elaborate hoax. Ed got up close, but when he turned to flee, a bony hand quickly tore out his throat. It crouched down and, as if to quell its pains, cracked old Ed's skull and feasted on his brains. Sheriff Tate drew his gun and yelled, "Step back with your hands in the air, you're under arrest." The thing stood up and motioned for attack. A warning shot went, then one hit its chest. Flesh bits flew, but it continued unfazed despite the dead shot. It suffered no harm. Struck with disbelief, the sheriff stood dazed, and the damn thing lunged and took and bit Tate's left arm. Red blood flowed free as Tate let out a cry and kicked the thing back. Now filled with rancor, Tate shot again. This time he hit its eye. It fell back limp and the thing moved no more. But 3 hours later, poor Tate was dead. And soon after that, he rose from his bed. Life in death is a thing that should not be. The mysteries of the worm must stay hidden. Yet reality gave testimony. Nature's revolt brought forth the forbidden. From mortal eyes we construct our bleak world with constants and beliefs both learned and bred. But what we knew has become ripped, unfurled, because in this strange eon, death is dead. I witnessed the moment of violence, but disbelieved the transformation. The stark, deafening chaos of silence was hushed by a dark realization. We knew we had to prepare for the worst. On the horizon came more like the first. A pale horse rides freely through the wasteland. Mankind falls in a dead revolution of pestilence, spread by doom's final hand. This end is damned by our own pollution. The mouth of death spews locust across this rotting metropolitan catacomb, fighting the fetid hordes through the abyss of restless slumber, searching, reaching home. I find you and hold you and give you hope of redemption and words of a bright dawn to find an end to profane misanthrope. When spring will bring the rains to wash foregone. Run to where? In our fate elsewhere is lost, to redemption's necrotic holocaust. Frantically working with hammer and nails to reinforce windows and doors with boards, busted up tables, Cupboards, bookshelves, between the cracks came reaching hands of hordes, fetid, stretching 100 profane claws between wooden splinters and broken glass, wanting, yearning to get inside because they are driven to feast upon our flesh. Pounding, mindless, relentless in their dirge. Abruptly, the door buckled, cracked, and fell. Dead things entered like a great tidal surge with eyes reflecting a hunger to quell. They came, voiceless and mindless, mouth agape. We ran down the stairs, our only escape. The cellar is a cold, concrete prison. Dark, dank, doom. Finding ourselves captive of deceased things without mind, without reason. Their footfalls, soft sound on the floor above. Shambling, scraping, searching for the living. Envious, post mortis, craving the flesh. Searching, always taking, never giving. To hush and satiate the pain of death. Would you kill me if I was one of them? Your question, simple, strange, I cannot answer. A single tear falls and you ask again, will you free me? You hand me a hammer. You roll up your sleeve and show me the bite, and then ask me to do it to make things right. You lay dead on the slab, chained, convulsing, a promise broken, a promise to keep. I raise the hammer, my heart is pulsing to send you into the eternal sleep. If I were stronger, I would set you free. If you were stronger, I could bring an end. A lovely flower is all I can see. So I am not stronger, my love, my friend. I find the wound, pause, pray, and drink your blood. As I never said I wouldn't join thee. Pain comes in waves, life lost. I feel the flood in my last grasp moment. I set you free. Hand in hand, we give in to the cold blight, together from the tomb into the night. Shall I compare thee to a rotting corpse? Methinks thou art more shambling in thy gait. With every day your frame festers and warps, yet you continue in this undead state. Through the hills a cemetery bell rings, from the crimson dawn where death brings rebirth. And as the dead roam, Satan's chorus sings, when hell is full, the dead shall walk the earth. But thy eternal damnation infests the memory of what in life you were. Thee shall not come to me for sustenance. On my brains satisfy not thine hunger. As long as coffins gape and dead eyes see, so long as this, as death, gives life to thee.